YMUN 2023 is the first conference our club has gotten to host since the COVID-19.
YMUN is cooperation,
Tireless,
passion,
encouraging,
love and hate.
Hi, I'm Dominic. I'm a sophomore and I'm majoring in international studies.
Hello, I'm Sohom. I'm also a sophomore and I am majoring in economics.
In this version of Yonsei Model United Nations, I was part of the academic branch, so we were in charge of chairing the committees. We had different competitions based on different committees of the UN, and I was in charge of chairing the Security Council.
I was also a member of the academic branch. What I did is I chaired a committee called ECOSOC, Economic and Social Council. There's a lot of different levels of committees. There's middle school and high school. Usually most of the participants are from middle school. This year we tried doing a college committee. That was new. MUN stands for Model United Nations. There's multiple committees, just like in the UN itself. So the UN has many organs based on the different roles it fulfills. Participants are each assigned a country to represent. You have to represent that country as if you are a diplomat or government official from that country. A lot of times it means going against your personal values and such, but it's just practice for what it's like to be in real life diplomacy. So you practice working together with other delegates to come up with innovative solutions for the topics or agendas that are presented.
YMUN is National Model United Nations, and it's a large competition held in New York, sometimes even at the United Nations headquarters, and it's a competition among colleges from throughout the world where Yonsei goes together and everyone from Yonsei represents a single country, but in different committees.
YDMUN is the name of the team that's part of the club. So all the members of the club together form YDMUN. It's all three branches. So there's academic branch, admin branch, and executive branch, and all three together form YDMUN, which stands for Yonsei Delegation for Model United Nations. And YMUN is the name of the conference that we host. We usually host around one or two a year, one in the summer and one in the winter.
So fostering sustainable security in the global realm. We came up with the agendas first and also the committees. And we thought that since 2022 was so hectic, there was the Ukrainian war was persisted for quite a time now and had persisted for quite a time now. And there was this energy crisis driven by that. And environmental issues were seriously debated upon once again, and there were some other international issues that arise once again. So we thought it was a great time to discuss security, but we also thought it should be sustainable and in a global sense, because COVID-19 and other situations prove that global society needs to be responsive to all these measures together.
The reason for hosting YMUN is because we want to kind of spread MUN in Korea. A lot of the students that come out from schools here, so it's just kind of increasing interest in politics, making people more passionate about entering diplomacy as a career and such. They're important questions that people need to start thinking from an early age, and that we're just trying to promote that, I guess.
Throughout the competition, the people that participate get to get practical experience in what it's like to represent a country, represent views that you may not even agree with, and also work together with people you've never met to reach a compromise and find solutions, so that they're thinking about it from middle school, high school age, so when they go into college and into their careers, they bring both background knowledge and experience and skills towards fields like diplomacy and international relations.
I would love to meet new people and listen to their stances, and I think it would be a good opportunity for me to receive and capture a little more diversity in country stances as well as individual stances.
저는 영어 영역이 좀 부족해서 여기서 영어를 좀 공부를 해보고자 또 동기부여를 받고자 여기에 오게 되었습니다. 다들 너무 실력들이 뛰어나시고 제가 배울 점이 참 많다고 느꼈어요.
Through this conference, I just wanted to learn more about YMUN since it was one of my first conferences. And so I just wanted to basically learn more and get more experience through this conference.
I also wanted to gain experience and broaden my sight about how I look through the world and also make new friends variously.
Two big skills that MUN teaches. One is empathy. You have to know positions you don't agree with and advocate for them, even if you don't. And that teaches you to understand where other people and other views come from. And also, because it's a simulation of how the MUN works, you gain practical experience on what it's like to compromise and make deals. And that's a really important skill to learn how to negotiate, because even if you don't go into diplomacy in your life, you're always going to have situations where you need to be an empathetic listener and advocate for your own views and find a way to compromise with other people to make solutions that work for everyone. So I think by participating in MUN, you gain a lot of practical experience with that kind of aspect. In terms of awards at YMUN, we give out a few awards for each committee for Best Delegate, Outstanding Delegate, and Honorable Mention. And those kind of awards are based on which delegate presents their country's views the best, is the most active in participating in the creation of resolutions, and the best speaker and arguer for their case. Before the conference, the delegates submit position papers, which are essays arguing what their country's basic stance is on the issues, and then the person that writes the best position paper is also qualified for an award for best position paper.
I decided to participate in the YMUN conference simply because I really enjoy debating or participating in MUN in general, and Yonsei seems to be my dream school as I'm applying to Korean colleges.
MUN always came to me as a travel, I think, because when you do your conference, when you have your conference, you move to hotels, the conference rooms, another country so many times, and every single conference is like a journey.
I think MUN is a very good opportunity for students to gain experience in various fields, since it's not just about diplomacy, but also you can just debate about a lot of different aspects of global issues. And for me, it was one of my favorite extracurricular activities in my high school years, so I think that's why I'm continuing this in university as well.
I have never thought that I would join the MUN again and again, because it was too hard to spend like 2 days and 3 nights just preparing everything here. But like when there's a chance for me to join MUN again, I always join it, and I think it is really cool that people here always try to cooperate with each other. However, they also try to negotiate all the time, and I think those two things are existing at the same time, and it is really good. No, it is really appealing that those two things can exist at the same time, and I think that's what makes me join MUN again and again.
So for me, what I wish I knew before I started was how much improv was involved. In MUN, your points get attacked on the spot and you have to figure out defenses for them immediately. That was something that was really unexpected for me in the beginning. I think it was unexpected in a good way because it's a very important skill.
The thing I think I wish I knew was how different being a chair is from being a delegate. When I got the chance to be a chair, I was always worried because I would be in the front of the committee and that they would be analyzing like all the mistakes I make. But I realized that when you're a chair, all you are doing is making sure you facilitate the debate to go smoothly, and the real focus is on the delegates themselves. It's less stressful than I thought it would be.
Well, the advice I'd have, I guess, is to just have fun, because even though it's like very academic and like potentially stressful activity, I think the times that you will perform the best is when you really kind of buy into your role and the part you're playing, and that will make you more effective as a delegate and also make the experience more enjoyable. If you're on the cusp of deciding if you should do it or not, why not just try one conference and then you'll see.